Hello everyone, welcome to lesson 5 of place value. We're doing it slightly differently today, so we're going to try and do I've got some questions for you to have a go at, so I'm going to try and apply what we've been learning this week into some questions. So I'm sharing my screen with you, trying this out, see how it goes. Okay, so lesson 5, place value. We're going to look at some different ways of applying it, place value, today. So what I've got is 5 questions. So they're going to come up on the screen, and what you can do is you can just pause it when they come up on the screen, do your questions, and then I go through the answers at the end. A lot of these questions are not just so much about just doing them straight away, it's about having a bit of a think. They're designed to make you think a little bit more about the numbers, about the place value. So let's make a start and see how we get on. Okay, so question number 1. 2,876. In this number, how many ones are there? How many thousands are there? How many hundreds are there? And how many tens are there? So we've been doing a lot of that this week. Okay, so how many of each thing are there in that number at the top? Okay. Question number 2. What do you notice about the numbers in this sequence? So we've got 49, 56, 63, 70, and 77. Okay, what do you notice about these numbers? Maybe write them down. Have a look at them. Maybe see how many, what the difference is between each number. So what can you tell me about those 5 numbers? That's question number 2. Question number 3. With the digits 4, 6, 8, and 1, the largest number I can make is 6,841. Am I right? Why? And the important bit on this question is why. So if I am right, why am I right? If I'm not right, again, why am I not right? So you have to tell me if I'm right and why do you think that. Okay, so use your place value knowledge to try and explain if I'm right. Question number 4. So look at the numbers below. Which is the odd one out? Explain your answer. And again, that's the important thing. Explain why you think that is the odd one out. So we've got 1,330, 1,015, 2,941, 3,645. Okay, so which one is the odd one out? And you've got to explain to me why that one is the odd one out. And finally, question 5. So I roll a 6-sided dice 3 times. What is the largest number I could possibly make with my rolls? And what is the smallest? Okay, so the first part of this question, thinking about your place value. What is the largest number I could roll if I roll it 3 times? Take the digits that I roll each time and then put it into a number. What is the largest number I could possibly make? And what is the smallest number I could possibly make? And then carrying on from that, my first roll is a 5. Okay, so now what is the largest number and smallest number that I could make? So I roll a 5, so you know the first roll is a 5, the other 2 rolls are up to you. Okay, so what is the biggest, the largest, and the smallest number I could make with those? Okay, so there are your 5 questions. Okay, if you want to scroll back through, okay, I'll give you a little pause now so you can pause it, move it back, and I'll go through the answers in a second. Okay, so here are the answers. So I hope you managed to have a go at those questions. So 2,876 has 2,000s, 800s, 7 10s, and 6 1s. I hope everyone managed to get that one. We looked at that this week. Okay, for question 2, the numbers in the sequence. If I scroll back up, notice about the numbers in the sequence: 49, 56, 63, 70, and 77. Some of our times table rockstar stars, maybe they got it straight away. Okay, but we know that there's 7 between each one of those numbers. 7 is the difference between each one of those numbers. There's a sequence going up in 7s, and they happen to be also in the 7 times table as well. Okay, question number 3 asked about the 4, 6, 8, and 1. The largest number I can make is 6,841. Am I right? Why? So I'm not right, is the first thing. But the reason why is I could have swapped my 8 and my 6 around and have 8 in my thousands column, which would have made it a bigger number. Okay. Question number 4 was one to get your heads thinking a little bit about different numbers, okay, because there are lots of different answers for this one, okay, but explain your answer is the important bit, okay. So some of the ones you could have had: 1,015 is the only number with a 0 in the hundreds column. 1,330 is the only even number and the only number divisible by 10. 2,941 is the only number not divisible by 5 and the only number with an even number in the thousands. Okay, there were lots of different ones you could have got, and you might have got a different reason. Okay, but it was just to get you thinking about those numbers. What's different about those numbers? Looking for patterns, looking for any differences. So whatever you got there, I'm sure you managed to get one, or maybe more. Maybe you got more reasons. Okay, and the last question, question 5. I rolled a 6-sided dice 3 times. What's the largest number I could possibly make with my rolls? Well, if I rolled it 666, that would be the largest number. Okay, what about the smallest number? Well, on the smallest number, I'd roll 1, 1, 1, so 111, or 666, and the biggest and the smallest. And then I moved on to my first roll is a 5, so now what's the largest and the smallest number I could make with my 2 remaining rolls? Well, if I've got a 5, I'm going to put it at the end in my units column for 6, so I'm going to roll 665, and the smallest number I could make is 115. Okay, so I'll put my 5 in the units column for each of those and use my other 2 rolls to make the smallest and the largest. Okay, so hope you've enjoyed this week on place value. This is your final chunk to have a go at. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll be back next week with a recap on addition. Stay safe. Cheers. Bye.